It's short, it's sweet, but it's really quite a treat. It's Rugby Championship in 2023, and today we get the second and final matchup from the opening round of the competition. Which of these two teams will join the winner's circles? Of course, it's the Argentinian Pumas at home in Mendoza up against the New Zealand All Blacks. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back along to your home of rugby, and we've got the second test from the opening round of the Rugby Championship today. Pumas, All Blacks, big test match, so buckle yourselves in. This one could be interesting. The Argentinian side, named for today's matchup, is extremely intriguing to look at, and the All Blacks have an air of a little bit of head scratching going on if this team is really up to the mark that they expect to be this year. A number of key matchups I'm looking forward to seeing. All starts off in the second row. Matthias Alimado and Thomas Lavanini going up against Scott Barrett and the youngster Josh Lord. Of course, there's going to be all sorts of niggle when you've got Pablo Matera in your back row like the Pumas do, and it's a key task for Frizzell Kane and Salvia to contain the great man in the number 6 jersey. Of course, this is always going to be questionable as well. Santiago Carreras, the exciting young fly half, going up against Damien McKenzie, who's also exciting at fly half. Is he young anymore? That boat may have just sailed. Primetime career mode here for McKenzie to stamp his mark on All Blacks rugby. Of course, there's plenty of other key matchups in this side, but what I think could tell a tale of how this match will go will be the 15s, Emiliano Boffelli and Beauden Barrett for the All Blacks. That's the starting 15s in a nutshell, and key matches I'm looking forward to as we look at the benches and we see the Pumas getting another big boost here. I think their bench looks really good quality. Clevey, Vivas, Bello, Rubelio, Grondona, Velez, Sanchez and Orlando. That is a big pile of key names. You're bringing on guys like Clevey, Sanchez, as well as powerhouses like Grondona. That is going to be hard to contain when those numbers get near 80. For the All Blacks, it's Taylor Tuangafasi, Lalala Va'i, Papali'i Christie, Moanga and Enor. Not the same sort of punch that you'd expect to see, but this is going to be a big task with this crowd firmly behind the home team. And of course, as the sun sets in the sky, the All Blacks will set the scene with the haka. In his final season with New Zealand Rugby, Aaron Smith given the great honour once more to lead the haka for New Zealand, but we are set for kickoff. The real business about to get underway as Carreras kicks off the final match of round 1 in the Rugby Championship. Enrico Ioane gets his hands on the ball, and the All Blacks look to use the big boys. Even the group, great little offload there to Johnny Barrett, and the All Blacks in behind the defence already. Dane Coles in support, doesn't quite have the pace to get away from Emiliano Boffelli. But the All Blacks on the front foot. Now it's Adi Savia down the right hand side. High shot coming in, no arms. And that will be an early penalty for the All Blacks. Baptista Delgui looking to shut that down, and let's be honest, he did with great efficiency. Damien McKenzie gets the word from Sam Kane to look straight for the corner. And the All Blacks, with that early momentum firmly behind them, will look to put 7 on the board rather than taking the easy 3. Coles to throw the line out. Another veteran in his twilight years of his career goes to the back, and Sam Kane drops it in. That's a great little ball from Aaron Smith. Can he get there in time? He can't quite. Oh, Smith with a little spark. We talk about his last season and how maybe it's not quite his best season so far, but that was a little bit exciting from the veteran number 9. So often we see those grubbers far too deep and far too hard. That one was almost perfectly executed. Here is Narawa, the new man, on debut. He sets it off for the All Blacks. They shift it straight out to Caleb Clark on the left-hand wing, and it's passed to McKenzie. It's on the money, and the All Blacks get the reward eventually. Not quite off the set piece they were looking for, but a return from the 22 dropouts sees Damien McKenzie not only return to the fold of the All Blacks, but return to the scorer's sheets as well. Some quick hands through that back line. Caleb Clark doing very well to hold that play up. Draw on the last defender, make him and force him to commit. And Damien McKenzie, we know how much he likes to be out in the action, floating around the field, his fleet-footed work, and of course, well, his goal kicking certainly has a lot to be desired, but his ability to be in the right place at the right time, and his speed and acceleration will be a key asset. But his first shot at goal is a straight away to the right. And as the All Blacks leading this one 5 points to 0 over the Pumas. Back underway from Cadets, and Sam Cane with another touch of the ball. He's been heavily involved already, has the All Black captain. Here is Smith. Nice little offload there to Adi Savir, and then what a nice little combination going between the forwards as Coles does drag it in. Here's Cane once more. Big carry from Sam Cane. Up towards halfway. Smith again. Holds it up himself. Puts away to the Argentinians, and now they'll look to bust something down the left-hand wing. Opportunity for Nottingham Flanders. Coles up on the ball very fast, but the Pumas push him away. Now they'll look to keep it tight. Matera loses a couple of metres. Gets his team set up for the next phase. Alemano, first receiver. Interesting choice there is Bautista Delgi. He's got supported numbers. Can't get the pass on the inside. Lansing was Maroney. He really wanted it. Brochino, poor play from him. And the ball's come back to the All Blacks. Lomax to Groot. It's on the big boys out here. Now they might decide to run though. Narada's on the open with Rico Ioane. But a desperate tackle from Boffelli shuts it down. Still front foot here for the All Blacks. Narawa drills this down straight down the throat of Boffelli, who smokes it back. Massive punt there. The All Blacks have no choice but to go to the boot of Geordie Barrett. Losing a good 20-30 metres here, but a great chase from Rico Ioane. Numbers in the breakdown, and it's the little numbers as well. Great effort from the All Blacks. They get the turnover. Coles wide to Sam Cane. Now he needs to find Narawa. He does! And it'll be a try on debut! That's what we love to see. The All Blacks right wing debutant, Moni Narawa, grabs his first try in the black jersey, and the All Blacks double their lead. Well, it's been a first half domination from the All Blacks so far. All the possession going their way, and they finally make their chances tell with a second try. Narawa gets it. And the speedster from the Chiefs shows just why he deserved to be in the place of the All Blacks. Well, you wouldn't question it at first, would you? But it's been all Chiefs with the points so far for the All Blacks. Here is McKenzie, and he's pushed this one now away to the left-hand side. Not a good night at the office so far for Damien McKenzie off the tee, but around the field, the team looks ready for action, that's for sure. Back to halfway for Santiago Carreras. Seen very little of the ball had the Pumas so far. As Carreras goes very high, and that is a nice kick, maybe 2 metres too far. It could have been an absolute cracker. The All Blacks secure it, or do they? Look at the back there. You can see Lavanini. He is really pulling at that one, and he's got it as well. Matera right there, and he has a stab. Here's Rodrigo Bundy playing at scrum half. It's a bit of a concern, but that's a beautiful pass to Lucio City. To left-hand wing they go, and it's almost for Moroni. One-on-one defence, just proving too much. Here's Brentano. Another poor run from the scrum half, but somehow the Pumas hang on. Matera Montoya switches directions, and this is going to be an opportunity for try. Oh no, what have they done? Maroney with a shocking pass to Cinti, and the ball spills free, then he's offside. It's a disaster for the Pumas. Oh, Montoya nailed it there.
Crouch.
Cinti and Maroney not on the same wavelength. That's a concern. It's your midfield combination. Scrum for the All Blacks, and it looks like the Pumas are trying this over. They've got a second chance here to rectify things. Cadenas. Oh, what a tackle from Jordy Barrett. Decks down Cadenas in a flash. Rotino, intercepted from Sam Kane. And the All Blacks may have averted disaster for about the third time in the last couple of minutes. Wide for Narara, he knocks it on. And both sides showing glimpses maybe of early season trouble, fitness, continuity, rust as they call it, started to show up in the latter parts of these first half. Just a minute to play. And Argentina would love to grab a 5 or a 7-pointer right here and put themselves right back in this game, because currently they are struggling to keep into it. Players moving now as Cadenas gets it deep. Here's Maroney looking out wide. There's Buffelli up in the line as well. Now it's Batista Delghi, puts a little rubber, diffused from Bowden Barrett. And the All Blacks could put this one away if they like. Deep it goes to Jordy Barrett. Inside his own and goal. He pummels this one into touch up towards halfway. And the two teams, they don't care where it went out, because that is half-time. And it is the All Blacks in control. 10 points to nil, 2 tries to nothing. And the stats, well, tell a very different story to what I would have thought. The All Blacks have dominated the opening 20-25 minutes of this game. All the ball, all the points. Pumas come back late, but they couldn't quite manage to execute their plays. They go to the break down 10-0, but still with plenty to prove in the second half. And let's be honest, a massive chance to get back in this game with one killer play. There's Damien McKenzie, who's had a good night with ball in hand, a pretty average one off the boots. As the Pumas take it down slowly but surely. Sladoni switches play very nicely. Later Bautista Delghi. Now can he get past the defence in the back? Bowden Barrett equal to the task once more. Solid enough defensively. Rotino, he's had a pile of average runs as the Pumas scrum half tonight so far. Here's Montoya. Great commitment from him there. And he just about put Bautista Delghi through a hole. Slowly but surely moving upfield until, of course, Rotino has another run. Here's Gallo, goes short, that's a good ball out of Marlo. Thunders on through and Lavanini support. 4 and 5 together as they always are for Argentina. Nice ball wide, and they're through. Now Maroney needs to find a friend, he just can't link up. And the All Blacks defence, it swarms around him. What a ball to Gonzalez! Inside pass looking for Matera. They're just 7 metres short now. Out to Cadenas. That'll be the try. Game on. Pumas back in it. Santiago Cadenas the try. It was coming. The All Blacks defence was getting a little bit shorter and shorter every phase as they struggled and scrambled to keep this one at bay. Matera does so well at keeping the ball in hand. He is such a good player at the breakdown. And then a wide pass, cutting out 2 or 3 Argentinian players, finding Cadenas, adept on the wing, adept in midfield, he's adept everywhere except for the forward pack, I would expect. And Cadenas, we know the pace he's got, a 5-metre sprint. Question now is Buffelli, can he? No. Well, they needed that Argentina, they really needed that one. Kick goes astray from Buffelli. But the lead is cut in half. It is 10 points to 5. And we have just under a shade of half an hour to play. Interesting game so far. The goal-kicking aside, it's been quite an absorbing matchup. Here is Sladoni, taking it in for the Pumas. Just outside their 22, Brochino. Maybe he needs to put those little runs away. He's done nothing but put his team in trouble. Montoya keeps it short. Sladoni again on the ball. Matera goes wide. Maroney now getting it through Cinti as well. Nothing really on there for the Pumas. They look a bit flat now clear ideas for attack. Again, Bergino goes backwards and sideways. Coming in is Bruni. He'll have a thunderous run and he goes forward. Over the advantage line goes the big number 8. Pumas there eventually. Lavanini, he'll do much the same. No, he looks to pass, although he does well. And he does go forward once more. The forwards rolling up the sleeves here. Getting the ball moving forward. Oh, that's great from Lavanini. And now Bautista Delgate goes inside. Delgate splits him in half. But Aaron Smith saved today for the All Blacks. Matera picks up. Taken down by Coles. Those two have a history. We know all about that. Bruni keeps it short. Lavanini inside. Giving Gonzalez eventually going to Maloney. Just outside the 22 of the All Blacks. Bergino. Now he makes one pay. That's a better run there from the scrum half. Bruni once more. Picks up, driven backwards. Good tackle, All Blacks defence. Quick ball though for the Pumas. Nice play. Alamano sets it all up. Matera. Canedas will go. Just short, but Maroney in support. Pumas have number 2. Possession. We all know that's what it's all about. And Argentina have just shown you link some together. They're good enough to score a plethora of tries. Great work there from Moroni. He still struggled to get out of that tackle without the ball and then got back in support. That is a class try from a team that is getting better and better as every minute ticks on by. Similar spot to the first try here for Buffelli. A very, very important kick here. Emiliano Buffelli to set Raptures amongst the fans. He does it! First successful kick of the night. Not something I thought would be getting too excited about, but Emiliano Buffelli has put the Pumas in front of the All Blacks for the first time this evening. 12 points to 10. Pressure now on the visitors. McKenzie kicks deep. It's taken from Gallo, who gets pummeled at the same time by the chasing defence. Bergino. Ball goes flat, and Matera's gone straight through. He holds up play, waits for support. It's perfect to Canedas, and Mateo Canedas will join the party. Third try for Argentina, and this one may be almost over. What a comeback in the second half from the Pumas. The two Canedas boys have changed the landscape of this game. But how about Pablo Matera? What a hold-up play from the big flanker. He really is a legendary, beautiful player. Just the ability to hold that play up, not commit to the tackle of Barrett too early, and still get that pass off. Quite remarkable from Matera, but this from Buffelli. Huge. Get this, and it'll be a 9-point difference. It's just gone astray. Oh my word! Buffelli almost the hero of the Pumas. The door though, it stays slightly ajar. 10 minutes to play. All Blacks now trail by 7. And they've hardly seen the ball in the second 40 minutes. Nice chase there from Manoa. And Argentina set it up very nicely again. Bergino. Oh, Alamano has a good run there. Bergino again. Oh, look out. It's Matera once more. Now can he find support again? He does! It's Moroni! And he will not be stopped! This has been the clinic in the second half from Argentina. And it is Matthias Moroni who scores. And Argentina running home with the crowd in full voice right behind them. Oh, it's exploding here. They know what they've done. And it is all that man, Pablo Matera. What a performance in the second 40 from the flanker. He has been simply incredible. A replay of the last 2 tries, breaking the line from a short ball at pace, and then just holding it up enough for his outside backs or midfielders to get into the frame. 5 to play. It's Buffelli. It's another 2 points. 24 points to 10. The All Blacks led 10-0 at the break, and Argentina have just turned the tides in emphatic fashion. Well, this one's done now. The All Blacks can't come back. 5 minutes to possibly save grace. 5 minutes to get themselves within 7 maybe. That one's been dropped there from Gallo as he takes another kick-off down, but the Pumas managed to clean it up. Dracino down the short side. He's got a touch there, I do think, Alimano. Although the blame seems to be shifting off to Atio Karenas, but we know who put that into touch. 14-point lead for the Pumas. As Dane Coles throws into a rare set piece for the All Blacks in the second 40 minutes. Nicely taken down from Josh Law. First time we said his name, he's been hardly involved tonight. Aaron Smith barking instructions as he does as the All Black pack rumbles within 10 or so metres. Now Jordy Barrett looking out to Caleb Clark. If it's a pace race, he'll get there. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. They don't care because they know their team's won this match. But Caleb Clark, a game of numbers as the All Black Maul just rolled towards the line. And the Pumas, not wanting to be outdone in that category, put all their eggs in the Maul basket. Jordy Barrett held it up long enough and said to Caleb Clark, have a run, have a stab at the corner. They'll bring it. Well, so far, within 9. The way Damien McKenzie's been kicking tonight, it'd be safe to say this one's going to go into the fans before it's going to go into the posts. What a performance by the Pumas, though. Take nothing away from them. As McKenzie, well, he's just slapped me in the face there. He's nailed it. It's a 7-point difference. And who thought he was going to get that one after the first two? Pressure's off. And he nails the kick. But there it is. Your round 1 victors are the Argentina Pumas. What a performance from the home team. And the crowd. Oh, a victorious roar from the home supporters. Their team has done the job. And let's put man the match straight out to Pablo Matera. He was incredible. The full-time stats, 4 tries to 3. Maroni with 2. And it was the 2 Carreras boys, Santiago and Mateo, with 1 apiece. Buffelli 2 out of 4 kicks, but better than McKenzie, who got a try, along with Clark and Narawa. They were the 3 scorers and 1 conversion for their 17. 24-17 though, the full-time score. Argentina taking over in the second 40 minutes. We talked at half-time how the All Blacks had dominated the game. 2 tries on the board. If they just kept that same sort of momentum, it was their game to lose. They lost control massively. They hardly touched the ball, and they paid the price. The Pumas ran away with a 24 second half of points, answered by a late 7 from the All Blacks, but that was an emphatic display from the Pumas at home and celebrating as well. We've still got a couple of games to play though, so maybe they'll hold it off for a couple of weeks, but this shows you exactly what we can look forward to in the Rugby World Cup later this year. The Pumas get the win, and they start their Rugby Championship off with an absolute fire. That is it from me today. Thank you for joining me. How did you think this game went? Is it what really happened? You'll be finding out right now as you probably watch it. But the Pumas certainly good enough. Do you think they're good enough to take out the Rugby Championship this season? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you want to see my thoughts on the matches, we have videos as well as articles on behindtheposts.com. You can check out if you prefer to read instead of watch and listen. You can check those out. Go and say hi there and check out those articles. But until next time, thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you for round 2. Until then,